Hello, my name is Morgan, and today I will be reviewing Salvaged by Madeleine Roux. So Madeleine Roux is typically a young adult teen author, but this is her latest book, and it is an adult feminist sci-fi thriller. It follows our protagonist, Rosalind. She is a space janitor, so she is kind of sent on these missions to clean up spacecraft and all of the failed missions. So she kind of takes care of the human sludge is what it's called in the beginning. But she's a terrible alcoholic and she's blown through so many chances. So she's trying to save her job, and her boss sends her on kind of like a last resort mission to Brigantine, which is a failed space mission. It was a research vessel that went blue, is what they call it, where they believe that there are no survivors. So her and a partner are sent to go clean up the mess, but when they arrive, they find that people aren't dead. They're actually very much alive, but they have been taken over by a alien form fungus that turns them bright blue. So there is kind of a bright blue mushroom stuff on the walls and all over, and it is taking over their minds. So what happens is this fungus attaches to the person's brain and kind of takes over their mind, and so they call it the mother. So it kind of turns into whatever they are most fond of in their childhood. So typically it's the person's mother. But it also follows Rosalind. So she's kind of a real hardcore badass, and she's basically not only trying to save herself, but she's also trying to save the spread of this virus from other spacecrafts and other planets. So there is a, I don't know what you would call it, a population on Io, which is a moon of Saturn. There are also some people still on Earth. So there are some fond memories of Earth in this book. It's very fast-paced. You're going to love the main character. There's also kind of a love aspect throughout the book that kind of escalates towards the end, which I ended up really enjoying. I wasn't planning on caring at all about whether she fell in love or not, but it turned out to be a really good kind of lighthearted note in the book. I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed the characters. I liked the pace of it. One thing that I was kind of hoping there would be more of is a description of the set, the scenery. I think on the Brigantine that was very well described, but then at the end they went somewhere else and I kind of got lost. I had to kind of backtrack and read back a few more pages and say, okay, wait, where are we? What are we doing? I think the ending was kind of rushed. Everything was really, really great, and it had a really good, build up to the climax, and then it just kind of ended very abruptly. So I kind of wish that they had spent a little bit more time at the end of the book, and maybe a little less time in the middle. But other than that, I think the pace was great. The writing was fantastic. Again, I loved the characters. I could really relate to her. Or it was kind of someone that you kind of look up to, where she overcame so much. She went through this very traumatic past, and it didn't really faze her. She was able to overcome so much. She was very self-reliant. She was very intelligent. It had, kind of like a broken family aspect to it too. So anyway, I highly recommend Salvaged. If you are new to sci-fi, I think it will do you well to give it a chance. If you are a sci-fi fan, I think this will definitely fit the bill. It's not so far-fetched that it could never happen. It takes place 250 years in the future, so who knows what the future holds. But definitely give it a chance. It is a fantastic sci-fi thriller. I highly recommend it. I would give it a 5 out of 5.